If you woke up this morning thinking Niger State was quiet, think again. A drone has fallen from the sky, a military drone, loaded with missiles, and the rumors have spread faster than the aircraft itself. What you're being told is only a fragment of the story. In the Kontagora forest, a chain of events unfolded. Technical failure, opportunistic claims, and a tension that stretches far beyond the forest itself. By the time you see the bigger picture, one question becomes impossible to ignore. Who truly holds the skies, and who decides what the people below see and believe? The videos started circulating almost immediately. Flames rising from the forest canopy, smoke drifting across villages miles away. Locals pointing cameras at the wreckage, sharing messages that hinted at a victory over advanced military technology. But there's more to this story than the flames you see. There are systems failing, signals lost, and military decisions being made under pressure that the public may never fully witness. And while opinions are spreading online, the truth remains locked behind the official statements and the hush of those on the ground. At first glance, it appears simple. A drone went down. But the first question no one has answered clearly is whose drone it really was. Was it American? Was it ours? And if it was ours, why did the explosion look so powerful that even seasoned observers paused to question what had fallen? Every detail of this crash seems designed to confuse. Every claim, every rumor adds a layer of uncertainty that leaves you asking, what actually triggered this incident? And who benefits from the story as it spreads? The Nigerian Air Force was quick to respond. A statement confirmed what many hadn't realized. The drone was ours. A Winglong 2, carrying payloads meant for counter-insurgency operations, had lost communication with its ground station. The protocols kicked in, but the end result was the same. It crashed. Yet, almost immediately, another narrative took hold. Videos showed the burning wreckage, flames consuming metal and electronics, and the locals began sharing their version, that it had been shot down by insurgents in the forest. Suddenly, the same event meant two very different things depending on who you asked. Was it a failure of technology or a demonstration of insurgent power? The truth remained unclear. Timing made everything worse. Only days before U.S. forces had conducted airstrikes in neighboring Pseudo State, villagers seeing a high-tech aircraft fall from the sky jumped to assumptions. Was it linked to foreign operations? Was there retaliation? And while authorities maintained that it was a technical fault, the bandits were claiming a different story. Each version carried consequences. Every rumor spread online increased tension, leaving the public wondering, who can we trust? And who is really in control of the skies over Niger State? This wasn't the first time the region had seen military aircraft downed under uncertain circumstances. In 2021 and 2023, helicopters in the same axis were brought down by insurgents. The pattern is clear. The forest is difficult to navigate, dangerous for troops on the ground, and any failure in technology can be exploited. Every incident sharpens the fear, and every rumor adds weight to uncertainty. What appears to be an isolated crash may in fact be part of a recurring risk that has been growing quietly over the years. The drone was more than a flying camera. It was a critical tool in the military's counterinsurgency operations, monitoring movement, tracking bandit activity, and carrying payloads designed to neutralize targets. When it crashed, those functions were suddenly offline. Soldiers on the ground lost a vital layer of protection. The massive explosion, caused by the payload detonating on impact, magnified the perception that something larger was happening. The combination of a visible, fiery crash and conflicting reports created the perfect environment for confusion, fear, and speculation. Across social media, opinions split. Some were relieved the drone was ours and not American, avoiding a possible international crisis. Others expressed frustration. Expensive equipment lost at the very moment it was most needed. And then there were those who wondered if the bandits had played a role after all. Could they have managed to hit it? Even if the official line insists otherwise, the seeds of doubt were already planted. Each viewer watching from home now had a choice: believe the authorities or believe the insurgents claiming a small victory. And that question alone spreads tension faster than any missile ever could. The forest itself complicates matters. Rugged terrain, dense foliage, and limited access for ground troops make drones indispensable. Each loss of air support puts soldiers and civilians at risk. And while the military investigates, the bandits capitalize on the incident for propaganda. Videos, fiery wreckage, and exaggerated claims reinforce their image. The consequence isn't just a single crash. It's a challenge to authority, a test of perception, and a subtle shift in the power balance. Who benefits when people are uncertain? Who gains when fear fills the gap between official statements and reality? Think about it. Every detail we see, every video shared, every official report carries layers of uncertainty. And yet, almost no one is asking the right question. If this was purely a technical failure, why did the reaction spread so quickly? Why were rumors of insurgent success so easy to accept? The more you look at the situation, the more it feels like each event was connected, not by design but by circumstance. And while investigators work to uncover the exact cause, the story itself continues to grow. While the smoke still drifted over Kontagora forest, the Nigerian Air Force had already begun recovery operations. Teams moved in to secure the wreckage, retrieve the sensitive flight data, and assess what went wrong. The black box became the focal point of attention, a single device holding answers to the questions everyone was asking. But even in the midst of recovery, the implications were clear. The loss of a drone, its payload detonated, leaves gaps in surveillance, limits operational intelligence, and raises the stakes for soldiers on the ground. Every moment the wreckage remains unsecured is an opportunity for misinformation, for propaganda, and for fear to spread. The bandits were quick to seize on the event. Videos of the burning drone flooded WhatsApp and social media, each frame narrated as if they had shot it down. It was a classic move. Take an accident, frame it as a victory, and use it to embolden recruits. Local populations, already nervous after U.S. airstrikes in neighboring states, began sharing these clips, questioning official statements, and debating whether the military could protect them. Whether or not the insurgents were actually involved, the effect was the same. Public confidence in security forces wavered, and in the absence of complete information, rumors became truth for many. This is not an isolated event. Looking back to 2021 and 2023, helicopters in this same Niger State axis were brought down under contested circumstances. Each incident demonstrated the vulnerability of aircraft in this region, the challenges of dense forest operations, and the capacity of insurgents to exploit uncertainty. Observers note a pattern. Technical failures are often followed by rapid misinformation campaigns. Accidents feed rumors, rumors feed fear, and fear reshapes perceptions of control. And in a theater like Niger State, perception can be just as dangerous as any weapon. Now the questions grow bigger. How does the loss of this drone affect current counterinsurgency operations? Are soldiers on the ground less protected without aerial surveillance? Could insurgents gain intelligence from the crash or from videos circulating online? And looking beyond our borders, does the proximity of U.S. forces in neighboring states make Nigeria a potential flashpoint for wider conflict? These are the questions authorities are considering, questions the public may never fully see answered. And as viewers, we are left to follow the pieces of the puzzle wherever they appear. The black box will eventually tell its story. Investigations will clarify whether this was a simple communication failure or if there's more beneath the surface. But one thing is certain, the crash has left its mark on the forest, the communities, and the perception of security across Niger State. Every rumor, every video, and every report now carries weight. And while the investigation continues, the skies above remain under scrutiny, the forests remain unpredictable, and the questions, who really controls the air, who benefits from this confusion, remain unanswered. Stay with us, watch closely, and when the next development comes, you'll know it here first.